Good afternoon. I'm Daniel Guest, and welcome to the Magic Golf Podcast. This podcast is dedicated to help you get the swing and the game that you've always imagined. Today's episode is brought to you by Imagine Golf and PXG. You can go to our site, imagingolf.com, and see all of our offerings, including our free drills, our practice plans, our golf ebooks and videos, and soon to be my new book I keep promoting out there. Or to book a lesson with me at our state-of-the-art studio right outside of Philadelphia, or even virtually from anywhere in the world with our partner, the Golf Live app.com. And you can sign up for free tips and videos that go out once a week, every week, by simply dropping us your email. Well, hey, today is Friday, 4-minute Friday. Actually, I'm not saying four this much or that much anymore. I haven't pulled or hooked or even sliced the ball the last couple rounds. And so that's a pretty good sign when you go a couple rounds and you haven't said four even one time. So I'm pretty excited about that, right? It's like that, my wife asked me when I first got in the golf business, people would send me a text and say, hey, man, lessons are going great. I haven't lost the ball in 18 holes. And my wife's like, is that really a thing? Is that an accomplishment? I'm like, hell yeah, that's an accomplishment, especially if you're used to losing a bunch of balls. But anyway, look, today's episode is simple. We're going to give you a tip, a tool, something you could take to the course right now, right here, right now, in 4 minutes or less, starting now. And today is real simple. It's improving your contact, right? A lot of students come to us, probably at least half of them, and they have some form of poor contact. And about 60, maybe even 70% of those is striking behind the golf ball, or I'm doing air quotes, fat. We're not allowed to say fat anymore. We have to say thick because someone got offended. But you get the idea, right? You're hitting behind the golf ball. And it's wreaking havoc on your game. So we're going to discuss that today and give you a tool and some tips that you can take right away, and even a drill that you can use right away to fix that contact issue. Because you only got to play golf one time to know that if you can't make a solid contact with a golf ball, it's going to be a problem. But look, if you're struggling with poor contact, it often, almost always, comes down to a weight distribution issue, right? In fact, many golfers, right? I would say over half of you guys. And by the way, the bigger your handicap is, right, the more you have a weight issue, right? It's not a physical weight issue, but a weight transfer issue, right? But many golfers, look, as the club moves forward, they keep their weight back, and that causes the club to hit behind the golf ball. And if you just simply fix this problem, this one thing, it'll transform your game. I guarantee it, right? You still may do other things. Don't get me wrong, right? This isn't a one-all fix everything kind of tip, if you would, right? But we're talking about contact here. So here's the simple tip, man, right? When you finish your swing, right? That is when you're done. Not the follow through. Follow through and finish are two different things. Follow through is the time right after you hit the golf ball. Finish is actually when you're done standing there staring down your shot, right? But when you finish your swing, make sure that 85 to 95% of your weight is forward, right? That your two knees are almost touching, or in fact touching. That's okay too, right? And then you can tap your back toe or your back foot, all right? So I'm here in my little studio here, and I'm doing an air swing, if you would, but that feeling of getting 100% through the golf ball and staring down your shot like you're, on the tee box of a hole in Augusta, and people are taking pictures of you, right? But that's that little thing there, that little pulling the weight through the entire golf shot and sticking the finish, I can guarantee you will help immediately making better contact, right? And there's a simple drill we do all the time, right? And try it. It's called a Gary Player drill, only because he didn't invent it, but he made it famous. It's a drill to do with or without the golf ball, all right? But let's start without the golf ball. You're going to start every drill that we advocate starts in your regular normal stance, right? So get to your normal stance, and then right before you would normally start your backswing, bring your feet together so that they're touching, all right? Take your normal backswing, and as you swing down or your downswing or swing forward, however you want to phrase it, step forward with your lead foot to where it would normally be, right, in your stance, right? So we're not stepping 2 feet forward, if you would. We're only stepping to where your foot normally would be, all right? And then take that swing. And in just a few different swings, you're going to notice the weight shift moving forward, right? So again, it's called a step drill or a Gary Player drill. Simply start in your regular stance, bring your left foot to your right foot and keep your feet together. And then as you start your downswing, right, simply take a step to where your left foot would be in your normal stance and swing through the golf ball and stick or hold the finish. That's it. I mean, that you can do it with the ball, you can do it without a ball. If you haven't never done the drill, I'd highly recommend that you do it without the ball. And by the way, drills without the ball are just as effective with drills with the ball. All right. Your mind doesn't care whether you hit a golf ball or not. Only our conscious mind cares, right? And our ego. So do that drill. We love at Imagine, we love the 7-7 protocol where you do drills in sevens. There's something about the number 7 that the brain picks up on and remembers better. So it utilizes and emphasizes your time a little bit better, right? When you're working on something. So do 7, right? Without a golf ball, then do 7 with a golf ball, and then hit 7 regular shots. And then repeat that cycle 2 or 3 times, ideally 3 times. All right. That would be a good 20, 30-minute work, if you would, or workout for lack of a better, on shifting weight properly in the golf swing. All right. And I can guarantee you'll be striking the ball better. All right. Try it today. All right. That's all I have for today's podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the follow button on wherever you get your podcast. Be sure to check out our site, imaginegolf.com, and you can follow us on all the social media platforms. We're on all of them. And here's to getting you the swing and the game that you've always imagined.